Hello, my beautiful friend, and welcome to another episode of the Hayley Osborne Show. I am very glad you are here today because today I'm kind of sitting here and I am recording some episodes ready for when I have a baby, so I can actually have a little bit of grace period and time off, but I can still come into your ears, okay, every single week because there's so much, I've said this before, there's so much I want to talk about this year on the podcast to be able to help you to move your business forward. And I wouldn't be able to fit it in because there's only 52 weeks in a year. So to make sure that I cover all bases and all the things, that's what we're doing. So yes, I'm about to have a baby and I'm so excited. But today I wanted to talk to you about a subject that's quite important, and that is your marketing foundations. Because, I ask like the questions, do you have your marketing foundations set up, with people that come in to want to work with me one-on-one? And normally the answer is no. And so that's been quite frequent of late. And I thought it would be nice to address it here on the podcast and talk about the three marketing foundations that your business needs, and in and around why, so you can start to have a think about, say you do want to work with me one-on-one, then that kind of covers off a three-part process, right? And the first part of my process is we set up your marketing foundations. And so, I'm going to tell you what they are, but still it's quite hard to do these things. It's the same as writing your about page on your website, right? When you're so close to it, it becomes harder and you can't see it anymore. So that's why it's nice to listen to episodes like this to upskill yourself and learn a little bit more in and around marketing of what you actually need to do. So the first part of my three-step process is we set up your marketing foundations, which is your messaging. And I use a framework inside of my business called MAPS. If you want to know more about what that is, we can have a little chat one-on-one about that. The second part of my three-step process is making sure that your digital assets, positioning, and digital footprint is in complete alignment. All right. And then the third part is really followed by planning and organizing optimized content to increase sales for you, because those three are fundamentally the things that you need to be looking at. But what are, going back a few steps, the three marketing foundations that your business needs? So before we get started into that, I'll tell you what they are. And I've actually got a new lead magnet, which is the three essential posts that your business needs to get more people through the door with templates and swipe copy, right? So everything I'm talking about is supplemented with, I'm telling you what you need to do, and then this as a guide. So you can get that on my website at hayleyosborne.com. It's free for you because I really want you to be able to set yourself up for success. And so the how part is with the templates that I've created for you and the writing that I've done for you as well. So you literally just need to get that guide, and you have the templates and the swipe copy, both of them ready to go and post, as essential that elements of your business that your business needs on your social media. Okay, so they're the three posts your business needs with templates and swipe copy. You can get that over on my website now. But what I want to talk about to really kind of partner with today is the three marketing foundations your business needs, okay? And if you don't have these, you really should take some time out to work on your business rather than in your business to set yourself up for failure. And if that means working one-on-one with someone, then so be it. Because what I have found in my experience, especially through working with my clients, is that your trajectory to where you want to go is going to take you far less time when you work with someone than what you can achieve on your own. And I have learned that over the years. It's happened in my own business. It's happened with the clients that I work with. And there's proof, if you want to have a look on my website or my socials, that, working with someone gives you a fast track tailored approach. And to get to where you want to go, think about all the time you might waste and the clients that might slip past you by you not doing certain things inside your business. And that means, you don't know what you don't know, and setting things up you're not letting clients pass you by when you have the foundation set up properly. So that goes into what I'm saying today around the 3 marketing foundations that your business needs. And so there's a lot of different things that go, there's no one way to do something, but I have found over the years is that this is kind of the foundations. And so the first part of being able to establish really strong marketing foundations for your business to be able to drive that growth as well as build that loyal customer base. The first one is in and around your aesthetics. Okay. And that word spans far and wide. So I just want you to know that. That means you having a very clear brand identity, right? And that's the aesthetics. So in and around the colors you use, your logo, not important, but important enough for me to mention it, and your messaging. So aesthetics, colors, logos, messaging, your tone of voice. Have you got your tone of voice right? And that then extends itself to your storytelling. Okay, so the first one is aesthetics, logo, color scheme, messaging, like what kind of fonts you're using in your socials, your storytelling, like it all comes down to aesthetics, and it's all bundled in and around that word. And that word, that what shapes your aesthetic will give you a very clear brand identity. Okay, so when you are helping, when you're trying to build that recognition and trust with your ideal clients, subconsciously this becomes part of it for them. Okay, so when you're appearing in your marketing, whether that's your email marketing, your social media marketing, or in person, this is like the blanket of, oh yes, that brand recognition. Oh, that's right. That's that brand. Without you, your face being on it, or without, people can associate that with you and have that brand recognition. And so that is really important. Aesthetics is the first and foremost number one foundation that you need to establish, which encompasses all of these things around you having a clear brand identity. Number 2 is your footprint. Okay. So the second marketing foundation that you need to build a strong brand marketing foundation and presence is footprint. Okay. So when I say footprint, I mean, what is your online presence, offline presence? What is your footprint in this world when it comes to your business? So that means your website. Okay. It means that it needs to be really well designed, because consumers in 2024 are trained in a certain way. It is just what's happened. Social media in the digital world has brought us closer together to look for certain things in certain places on websites. Okay, so you need to ensure that your website is really well designed. And the other thing is, when you're weighing in a bit more on your website, that's your own asset. And no one can take that away from you. You own your website, you own the domain, you own everything in and around your website, including your database. Okay, you don't own any of your social media. It's like rented space. And so ensuring that your website is well designed and looks professional, okay, and then carries forward that aesthetic that I kind of mentioned as the number one marketing foundation. The second one is the footprint. So as long as your website carries on that aesthetic and then moves over to your socials, is important. But things in and around your website needs to be well designed. It needs to make sure that people, your ideal client, can navigate around it really easy and find what they want. Okay. If it's confusing to you, more than likely it'll be confusing to your customer. I know that will be confusing to your customer. It also needs to be mobile friendly. So if you've built your website yourself, you need to go back and make sure that you've ticked all those mobile friendly boxes and made sure that it renders well on a mobile and also on a tablet, because you'll find that lots of people, when they are on the internet at night, they're probably not on their laptop. They're either on their phone or they're on a tablet that the household uses. So it needs to be mobile and tablet friendly. Because if you know as customers yourselves, like we're all business owners, but we are also customers. If you go to somebody's website to buy something and there's not a clear path on how to do that, and you don't get taken through that website well, you're gone. See you later. I'll do it when I've got more time. I just, I don't have time right now. I'll do it when I'm on my computer. But that day never actually comes. And so on the flip side, as business owners, we need to make sure that we are not letting ideal clients pass us by silly little mistakes like not having your website mobile friendly. Okay, so it needs to be easy to navigate and really mobile friendly. And it should clearly convey your brand, which is point one, aesthetics. It should talk about your products or services very well in a really easy to understand way that isn't overcomplicated. And what I have found too is that when businesses overcomplicate who they are and what they do, it kind of makes them less trustworthy. Okay, because if you are a business owner and you can't articulate with ease in layman's terms where it's not complicated, you're like, yeah, but you don't want to leave people thinking, what do they actually do? And I attend a couple of networking events, and those that I do, and some people stand up and they say what they do, and I'm like, so frustrated by that. So get really clear on that. So that was a bit ranty, but it had to happen. And I am really strong on beautiful messaging and captions that convert. And, the framework that I use inside of my business in and around messaging is called MAPS. And that will really establish your transformation message. So the audience, the market, the audience, the problem, and the solution that you solve, you've got to nut that out first. Okay, so that will help position your footprint in a really solid way and your, strong online presence across the board of your social media platforms and your website. Okay, your meta tags on your website should be aligned to what your transformation message is. Your Google My Business should be the same. Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, they should all be the same. And if you're thinking, holy moly, Hayley, this is a lot, come and have a chat with me. So you can actually book in a chat with me for free for 30 minutes, and we can have a little chat about how you can ramp up your business and what little things you might need to do to help you along the way. Super easy. The third thing that I want to say as the 3 marketing foundations that your business needs is consistency. Okay. And that means a content marketing strategy. All right. And so if you don't have that content marketing strategy done, now is the time to do it, guys. I say this so often, but there are 2 billion monthly active users on Instagram alone. Okay. And if you are not using that platform strategically, and let me tell you, small businesses will benefit the most from these platforms. Okay. So if you are a bookkeeper, you are a photographer, you are a videographer, you have a travel business, and you want to appear to a local market, if you do not have a content marketing strategy down pat, you are not going to be able to create the most noise and bang for your buck. And you're almost wasting time. All right. So you've got to kind of take a few steps forward or take a few steps back to take a few steps forward. Invest in the parts and pieces that you don't actually know how to do to be able to move forward those 10 steps. It's an absolute no-brainer. So if you could appeal to 1% of that audience alone, and we're not talking about LinkedIn and Facebook, just Instagram, that's like 230,000 people. Okay. And now if that many people wanted your service, could you support that? Probably not. And so that is my question to you is how much time are you willing to waste on not doing things properly and not having your marketing foundation set up? Because I can guarantee you the answer to that would be, I'm over it. I don't want to waste any more time. I'm sick of half-assing things. I want to do things properly. If that's your answer, I would love to chat with you because I'm here to help you. The thing that I do know is that small business owners are the backbone of our Australian economy, or business owners. When I say small business, I don't mean like small. It could be startup to multiple six figures. That's the clients that I work with. And you guys make up our wonderful economy here in Australia. And for those of you overseas listening in other countries, Europe, the US, I'm sure that it's pretty much the same. And so if you're not utilizing it, I think that you are missing so many beautiful opportunities and you never know what's around the corner. And so a couple of weeks ago, I was on national TV. I was interviewed on Koshi's Business Builders Live, and I mentored a brand, and it was so good. If you want to check it out, you can go over to my website and have a look. And that opportunity wouldn't have come about if I didn't have all my marketing foundations in place. It wouldn't have come out of left field. I didn't know that opportunity was around the corner. And it was the type of opportunity where it's called like the chef's kiss, right? That's what a friend of mine said. It's a chef's kiss for me because small business owners watch it and I am there mentoring a small business owner. And what's come of that has been truly amazing. And so if you do not have your marketing foundation set up properly, chances are what's around the corner from you is further away, okay? Because people will stalk you before they pick up the phone. I say this a lot, but it's true. No one's going to work with you if your footprint isn't right, okay? No one's going to work with you if you don't have like your clear brand identity. Not no one, but you're missing out on more opportunities than what you're currently getting. And if you're thinking, I'm not moving the needle in my business, Hayley, and maybe that's why. Okay, maybe that's why. So listen to what I'm saying, try and implement them into your business so that you can put your best foot forward and not waste any more time. So the third marketing foundation that you do need is consistency, okay? And that is a content marketing strategy. So you need consistency in and around your social media presence, how you show up, how you post, the frequency of what you do. And when you're doing that, you need to be creating valuable content, okay? So it needs to be high quality, it needs to be informative, it needs to address your audience's needs and challenges and kind of meet them where they're at in their journey with you and in what you stand for as a business owner. So you need to meet your clients where they're currently at. And if you're not sure about any of that, it might be time for a chat to be able to smooth out what that looks like, to be able to story tell your way to meeting your clients where they are at and do it in a really consistent way. Because when you get that right, it's that beautiful know, like, and trust. Okay. So it's that consistency in your content marketing strategy that gets people to know you more than what they already do. Because if you're haphazard, it's not going to happen in your approach. And then it's that when they get to know you, they start to like you, and they like you only because you're consistent, you're showing up, right? Because you've got a solid content marketing strategy. And then the third part is they trust you because you've done all the things, you are constantly appearing, you are storytelling, you are being true to yourself and your brand. And when they trust you, they buy from you. Okay, so that's kind of like the sweet spot. So they're the three marketing foundations that your business needs. And if you don't have those, I would just stop, press, and start to reevaluate them so that you can then like traject 10 steps forward to where you are now very quickly. And especially before the end of the year, you don't want to waste another year like twiddling your thumbs thinking, oh my God, how do I do this? What am I doing? La, la, la. All right. And, when I say content marketing strategy, that also goes beyond social media. Okay. So it lends itself to valuable content creation. Okay. In and around your email marketing as well as your social media. And if you can have customer testimonials and reviews that you showcase well, that sells itself as well because no one says you're amazing like somebody else. And that's about it, really. They're the three marketing foundations that your business needs to solidify you in this game. So if we go back to recap, that's aesthetics, footprint, and consistency. All right, guys, I hope that this episode has benefited you. I hope that you have learned something. I am always up for a chat. You can hang out with me on Instagram at Hayley K Osborne. And I hope that this has definitely like spiked something in your curiosity, imagination, and drive to succeed in your business. I will happily see you next week in your ears for another episode of the Hayley Osborne Show. Bye.